Hey, what's going on, everybody? Chris here, Life with Ricky. Happy Thursday, everybody. If my daughter's in the chat, Aria, just want to say Daddy loves you. I make this channel for you, your sister, Lily, and of course, nephew Banks. This is all for you guys. If anybody comes into the chat, has any questions, please drop them. Be curious to see where everybody's from. So what I'm going to do today, last week, what I did was I talked about writing comedy shorts and I talked about film and comedy shorts. That was mostly last week's episode. So what I'm going to do this week is I'm going to talk about editing, uploading, and posting. And some of the things you guys should look for if you're also making comedy shorts, some tips and tricks that I have kind of figured out over the last year. I figure that might come in handy for you guys. So, hey Sherry, how's it going? Girlfriend's in the chat. What's up? All right. If anybody comes in, has any questions, drop them. I'll just check the chat. Like, I don't know, every so often. I'll keep an eye on it. Let's start off with some editing tips. So, the first thing you want to do is you want to get an editing program, okay? I do everything on my phone. That was a conscious decision that I made when I first started. I was like, if I can't do everything on my phone, including editing, then I'm not sure if this is going to work. I'm just a very busy guy. I work like full-time job. I get my daughter on all my off days. I drive an additional 15 hours a week. So I need to be able to do this stuff on the fly wherever I am. So that was one thing that I decided when I first started, was make sure that everything could be done on the phone, simple, easy peasy, and it's worked out really good so far. So the first thing I would say when it comes to editing, once you have your editing program, the editing program that I use is called InShot. It's an editing app. I think it only cost me $50, and that was like for a lifetime membership. So I find the InShot app for editing very useful, very handy, very easy to understand. And that was important to me. I just wanted to have something on my phone that I could quickly just, use anytime I want. Not something I need to load up on my computer. Like, I know there is good editing programs out there, like Final Cut and Premiere and DaVinci, things like that. I think CapCut's another one. There's something about the CapCut, I believe the terms of service, where the CapCut owns like the rights to show your video like anytime they want or something like that. So just be aware of that editing program if you're going to use that one. They do have a terms of service you should check out. Hey, what's up, my flowers? Hi, how you doing? Roblox boys, 5'6". Oh man, I was waiting for like 6'7". Oh, there it is, Roblox boys, 6'7". Oh, you're probably trying to do 6'7", but you said 5'6". 5'6", 6'7". Who else we got here? Madeline, what's up? Womp to the womp. Oh, is this boring? Womp womp. Is that what you mean? That's okay. I'm talking editing today, guys. Talking editing programs and comedy writing. So, editing with comedy writing. Let's do it. I was just telling everybody that I use InShot as an editing app. General Washington, what's up? I've seen you on the list. All right. Helpy, what we got here? Hi, guy. I'm new here. What's your name? I'm Chris. I'm the creator of Life with Ricky. So check out my shorts channel. I post 3 new shorts every single weekend. Hey, my flowers, your name is Ricky too. Okay, well, my name's not Ricky, but the character I play is named Ricky. So I hope you enjoy the videos and can relate. Oh, we got a question here. How was your wife's gynecologist appointment? I don't have a wife, but you're talking about in my sketches probably. I'm trying to think. Gynecologist appointment. Oh, did I do a skit on that? Tell me what skit that was if you remember. I'm trying to remember. I don't remember the gynecologist. My flowers, my bad. Hey, what's up? 360 Dunk. He's trying to be a cool dad. Yeah, well, I don't know. I think I'm a pretty cool dad. My daughter thinks I'm a pretty cool dad, but you should check out the dad character that I play. Check out my skits. Yeah, I make skits. Yeah, it's definitely a W. Comedy, man. Just check it out. Go to the channel. I release 3 new shorts every weekend. I got 3 coming up, some pretty good ones this weekend. It's all green screen stuff, so I switch it up. I do green screens, and then I'll also do like in person in like the actual house of the characters. So check them out. Right on, Helpy. Appreciate that. Thanks for subscribing. Yeah, man. Oh, appreciate the encouragement. I got this. Yeah, well, takes time, you know. Hey, Christopher, what's up? My name's Christopher. Right on. Good stuff. Nice to meet another Chris. Don't come across too many. John Wick. Oh, I got John Wick in the chat, guys. What's up, John Wick? All right, this is great. I'm going to keep on checking in on the chat, you guys, and basically I'm just going to go into like tips and tricks for comedy shorts editing. What's up, Macy? Faye Banfield, my name is Macy. Cool. Right on. Welcome everybody. Hey, I love wobbly life, Jimmy. Hi, how you doing? My name is Kai. That's John Wick. Okay. I was kind of hoping you say your name is John, the real John Wick. Faye Banfield, my name is Faye. Cool. Welcome. Everybody welcome. Happy Thursday. You the best. I love wobbly life, Jimmy. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. I just do the best I can, you know. It's all for fun, guys. I'm glad you like the shorts. Try to do the best I can with the writing, make them funny. If you guys have any questions for me, drop them in the chat, okay? Just do like 3 Qs, capital Qs, and then your question, then I can easily recognize it. I'm on my grandma's account. Oh, that's okay. So your grandma's name is Faye, or is your name Faye? You tell me. I just subbed. Right on. Appreciate you. Thanks, Faye. Have a great weekend. All right, you too. Peace. Have a great weekend for sure. It's going to be a good weekend. I got 3 coming, 3 new shorts. My grandma's. Okay, right on. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to check it on the chat here in a minute. I'm just going to go right into like basically the whole point of this live, and that's to try to teach you guys. Appreciate the sub. Thanks, Wobbly Life. And basically, once you have your editing program, I use InShot. You want to like upload your individual clips. So what I do is when I'm filming my shorts, I usually record like 5-second like quick little clips of the characters, and then I'll do all the character filming at once for the character, and I'll pretend to talk to the other character on the other end, and then I'll switch costumes. I'll jump into the other character, and then I'll basically just talk to the other side of the camera and pretend to talk to them. And I try to get the eyesights correct with like the levels. So when like the parents are like looking down at Ricky, they're kind of looking down, and then on the other side, Ricky's kind of looking up. So once you get all your clips together in your editing program, what you want to do is, the first thing I do is I run auto captions. So there's AI within the InShot app, and it will automatically recognize your voice, and when you start talking, when you end talking, and then it'll populate the auto captions. And that's great because that tells me my starting point and my end point. And then basically once that's done, I basically I can cut the fat around that, right? Around those like dialogue bubbles, you could call them. So what I'll do is, since you want your shorts to be quick and snappy, that's how you capture people's engagement, keep them sticking around longer. You want it to be really quick, really snappy. Otherwise, if you draw it out too long, people will probably just swipe off. You know how people are on the feed, right? They just swipe away if it gets boring. So I try to like do some quick cuts every like 2 or 3 seconds, you know, like at the very latest, like, so I keep all the lines of all my characters purposely very short, just for that back and forth. And then if I write short lines as well, I can also make the captions on the screen bigger for people to read. I think the editing program that I'm using, InShot, it auto-populates to like a small caption, but then what you can do is you can make the captions bigger. So I just manually go in there and just make it as big as I want. I usually make it like a 12 font, but I think it auto populates to like a 6 or 7 or something. So I just figure, if you have bigger captions, it might make it easier for people to read, and then uh, there's no downside to that from what I can tell. I'm just gonna go back into the chat here, guys, and catch up and see how everybody's doing. Okay, Kenny Calderon just subbed. Thank you very much, Kenny. Appreciate you. Baseball lover? Oh, I love baseball. Baseball is my main sport. I actually used to work inside the Toronto Blue Jays clubhouse in Toronto. So I'm a diehard Jays fan. Well, all baseball, really. I like all teams. It's more about the players in the game for me than anything. Kenny Calderon just subbed and nice, like it. Welcome everybody. Cool Fire Fun. I just subbed and liked. You guys are awesome. This is great. So happy for you guys to join me here on a Thursday night. I don't know what the weather's doing where you guys are from, but right now we're getting like blasted up here in Ontario, Canada. Getting like some storms like crazy, lots of wind. Yeah, it's good to be cozy inside, that's for sure. John Wick with a question. Yo, what is your favorite movie? Oh, I should say John Wick because your name's John Wick. I do like John Wick, actually. John Wick's pretty sick. But my favorite movie all time? Ooh. I really like good acting, so I would have to say Daniel Day-Lewis in There Will Be Blood. That is a pretty sick movie. But I like the dramas, so I like historical dramas. So that's a good one for me. Let's see. What's your favorite movie? Yeah, we did that one. Cool Fun Fire. Yes, cool, nice. I like soccer. Okay, cool, right on. Soccer's good too. It's actually it's like growing globally, soccer at a rapid pace too. So who knows? Maybe in like 5 or 10 years, soccer will be like the sport everybody loves. Because in North America, I mean, because right now it seems like baseball and basketball kind of dominate North America. But in Europe, soccer's everything. That's for sure. Across the pond. But thanks, guys. Thanks for joining. Okay, I'm gonna keep on going here. So once you have your captions, you can cut the fat on around the captions. I usually just basically get to the point where you slide the slider over until your mouse starts moving. Once I see like my mouse slowly move, that's when I cut it. So then I make sure to get my first word in always really quick and snappy, and then I'll do that for the entire like run through the editing of the short. I'll start by doing all the very beginnings of all my talking points, and then I'll go back through it once I'm done that, and I'll go to the very end of each like dialogue bubble, and I'll trim the fat off of the end. So what I like to do is I like to do it naturally by ear first. So I'll run it through, and then when I hear like the point where I think it should naturally stop, I'll like cut it there, and I just do that for the entire like skit while I'm editing, just to cut the fat initially, and then I'll go back over it a second time, and I'll see if I can like catch it a little quicker and see if I can cut the fat even more. And I kind of just like dwindle it down that way, make it shorter and shorter and quicker and snappier. So that way that the character dialogue just goes back and forth really quick. And I find that method is working for me, just based on the 9 million views that I got in my first year. So welcome everybody, welcome to the chat. Galaxy King Gamer, how you doing? Hi, welcome. Check out the channel, check out the skits. I got 3 coming this weekend. All right, so what I do now after I have like all those caption bubbles kind of edited down on each side as close as I can go, I like to stretch out the actual captions themselves now. So in each frame, the auto population of the captions will just capture the moments that I'm starting talking and ending talking. And then what I find is there's a little bit of a gap between when you stop talking and then the end of the frame. So what I'll do is I'll stretch out the caption bubble to fit the end of the frame, which I find allows people to read for a split second longer uh, each character's dialogue. And I feel like that is just making it easier for people to understand. That way, if I'm not saying like, why or something really quick, it's not just there and gone fast. It's like there for like a second and then it's gone. So it just seems to allow people to read and understand a little better, because you have to realize, and I actually just found this out from watching a lot of like the gurus like talking on YouTube growth and stuff. They say that 70% of people who watch shorts are watching on their phones, and they're probably at work without volume, so they don't even listen to a lot of these shorts, which I found pretty wild. So that's why everybody says, like, if you're making comedy shorts, put captions in your comedy shorts, because people are watching at work and they probably don't want to get busted. They're probably just like under their desk, just like checking out some videos. So that's why I put captions in all of my videos. I've been experimenting with the captions. I've been putting them like roughly about here, just below my chin, so it shows up on the shirt. But I've also been recently experimenting with captions up here just above the head. So I know like Luke Davidson does the stuff like with the captions above the head. And so I was just experimenting with that last week. I kind of like how it's like down here at the shirt. It seems to stand out a little better. So that's why I'm kind of going with that approach. We'll see how it goes though. I might switch it up. I'm just kind of seeing how these things do as they go. Last week's with the captions above the head though, they did pretty good. I'm just gonna go quickly in the chat here and see if anybody else is here. No, we're good. We're all caught up. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna keep on going. So after I have all the dialogue boxes like edited, and I trimmed the fat on both sides of the dialogue boxes, and I stretched out the captions to fit the end of the frames, what I do is I'll add text. So the text is pretty much just to say like Ricky's name or any of the other characters that I play. And I'll usually put that at the top, and it's always the same recognizable like yellow name. So that's the only time I really put text in my skits, is just to introduce the character. And I don't run. I know there's a lot of like comedy short creators out there that will like keep the same name of the character every single time they come back on a new frame. But what I don't like to do that. I just like to do like, this is Ricky at the beginning, and then as soon as it introduces another character, then I'll introduce that character real quick. But once we get back into the back and forth of the characters, like going back and forth quick, I like to cut their names out, because everybody's seen it at the beginning in the first couple frames who the characters are. They don't need to be reminded of it. And I got that advice, some feedback from a couple friends when I first started, and then I totally agreed that that's the way it should go. So welcome everybody. Welcome Tropical 12. Yo, what's up? Hope everybody's having a good Thursday night. I'm just on here talking comedy shorts editing and answering questions for people. Please check out the channel. Welcome. All right, so after I got the text of the characters' names done, I've talked about stretching the captions to fit the frame. Then usually what I'll do after that is I'll start editing the actual captions. So I'll look for like grammar, punctuation, things like that. Make sure the spelling's all correct within the actual like dialogue. I never used to add like periods at the end and stuff like that, but I'm experimenting with that a little bit now. So I'm gonna see if that's something that makes a difference. When I looked it up on Google, it was saying you should try to add as much punctuation as you can in your actual captions. So I'm just gonna experiment with that for a little bit and put some periods at the end. See if people are digging that or not. Welcome everybody. Welcome. And then the last thing I usually do once I have all the captions edited and I've adjusted whereabout on the screen that that I want to put the captions. Obviously, I try to get the captions as close to the middle of the screen as possible, just slightly below. That seems to be the sweet spot. Then I'll add music. And adding the music is what takes the longest, I find. I've I've spent like 20 minutes just trying to pick out the correct like tune that fits with certain skits. Uh, my brother does all the music, so shout out to him. Check him out on Instagram. Music by Mark Gross is awesome stuff. He's a great composer and very talented, and I'm very lucky that he was able to give me all like a bunch of original music that he hasn't sold. So I'm just running with all that. I got like 30 different tracks I can basically choose from at this point. And I think he has like 30 more he can give me if I need it. But right now, I'm just loving the music. I hope you guys like it too. Let me know if you like the music. Yeah, hey, Jace, what's up? Yeah, got a question? Answer. I got the answers. Let's go. Ask away. Welcome. And then you just have to adjust the audio levels. So once you get your music onto the track, you found the music that you like. You can use editing programs for music. Epidemic Sound is one of them. There's also, if you sign up for YouTube, which a lot of you have an account, you can actually go into the YouTube audio library. They have a free library there that you can choose music from. It's probably a lot of music that gets reused by a lot of other creators, but hey, it's free, you know. And if you don't have music that you have the rights to, I would recommend just going with that. That would be really good. Uh, if you know somebody who makes music, have them send you some MP4s, and you can use those in your stuff too. But it is nice to have original music. Then nothing gets flagged, nothing gets claimed. I've done some stuff on an old channel in the past, Gross Bros parodies, and pretty much they were just parodies of like popular like top 40 hits. I had a really popular one with Justin Bieber. It was a parody to it was all about Justin Bieber, but it was a parody of Imagine Dragons' Believer, and I called it Belieber. So if you want to check that out, you can have a look on Gross Bros parodies on YouTube. That channel's discontinued now. It was just like a first channel when I started getting into comedy. But yeah, there's a couple gems on there if you like Weird Al Yankovic style comedy. So that was my first venture into writing and editing, and I sing all the music. I wrote all the tracks, and I edited all the videos. So check it out if that interests you. Otherwise, check out my channel, Life with Ricky. I'm Chris. Welcome everybody. I'm the creator of Life with Ricky. I'm a 42-year-old dad. My birthday was yesterday, and I made this channel for my daughter, and I think she's pretty proud of me. I don't know, 9 million views first year. I'm pretty happy with that. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. I really appreciate all the support. You guys are making this dad's dreams come true. Holy. Okay, so let's get into uploading now to YouTube and some of the things you want to do once you have your comedy short edited. It looks great. You have the music. It's all perfect. You have the file saved into your photo library or wherever it saves. Then what you want to do is you want to download the Studio app. First, that's the first thing I would recommend for YouTube. Download the YouTube Studio app. That one will give you all the analytics for all your videos in the future. And then from there, basically when you're starting uploading, you want to pick an image from your short. It's going to give you a choice. In the top left corner, there'll be like a little pencil, and it gives you the option to like basically scroll through your short and pick a point that would represent your video. What I like to do is I'll try to choose like a spot in the short where Ricky's making like a really big face or something, huge facial expression. Those videos seem to do better than, just a deadpan, dead face kind of shot. So I was trying to make it interesting like that. create curiosity if I can within the thumbnail itself, within the image. I'm experimenting with just showing like the image of like Ricky and his reaction to something without. I'm gonna start doing it without any like words on the screen or his name above and stuff like that. But I'm also gonna try it with his name above and with words on the screen. YouTube is just trial and error, guys. You know, you never know what's gonna work, what people like. You gotta test stuff out, make notes of it, just try to improve based on the numbers. And that's why the YouTube Studio app is really good, because it allows you to see where your audience is from, the demographics, the age, you know, stuff like that. So it's a pretty cool thing, and shows you geography, where your fans are watching from, stuff like that. So most of my fans are in the States, which I'm assuming that's where a lot of you guys are from. But let me know where you're from, please, in the comments. I would appreciate that. I always like to know where my fans are watching from. Uh, and then, so once you have your image chosen, then you have to write your title next to it. And the title, make sure it always like reflects well on the thumbnail itself. So, just for example, if in the actual like thumbnail you have the words like "I don't want to go to the doctor" or something like that, then in the title you don't want to write "going to the doctor" because it already says that in the thumbnail. So what you want to do is you want to kind of reflect that in a way. It's almost like make sure you add curiosity and stuff in the title if you can. Make it really interesting so that people will click on it. So if it says in the thumbnail, I don't want to go to the doctor or something, if Ricky's saying that, then in the title I'll have uh, I don't know, just for example, scary things about the doctor. You know, so it just, you're not saying the exact same thing that's in the thumbnail. You're saying something related to it, but slightly different, and just try to create curiosity when you guys are coming up with your titles for shorts. That would be my recommendation. Ontario, Canada. Yeah, that's right. Also Ontario, Canada. Sherry in the house. That's my girlfriend, actually. Yeah. Okay, let's keep going here. Next, after you have your title and your thumbnail chosen, what you want to do is you want to start writing your description. Okay, so the description is very important for the first 2 or 3 lines. What you want to do is you want to write exactly what the short is about in that first 2 or 3 lines. What I do is I'll do that for the first 1 or 2 lines, and then underneath that I'll put in hashtags. I don't know if hashtags make a difference or not in shorts. I put them in anyway, just to like kind of tell the algorithm that this is a short. It should be in the shorts feed. You know, I'll hashtag reels. That's a really popular category as well. I'll do like funny, comedy, skit. You know, I try to keep it to like 3 hashtags if I can, because I think that is all YouTube really pays attention to, is your first 3 hashtags. But I think adding 5 would be fine too. I wouldn't go any more than 5 hashtags though. And then below that, just put any links you have to stuff, information if you want about yourself, however open you want to be. I usually just put a few things. I shout out my brother for the original music on all my skits. I shout out my daughter, her sister Lily, and my nephew Banks, because they're the inspiration for this channel. I started doing this as a kids channel for them, and I'm glad people are enjoying it. Jace, if you're still here, you said you have a question, but you haven't got back to me. That is okay. All right, let's keep on going here. After the description's done, what you want to do is you want to add tags, okay? Now, tags, YouTube says tags don't really matter. It's more just for like misspellings of your channel name. So if Life with Ricky is my channel name, so in the tags I would put like life with, and then if it was like a TH, but instead of the H at the end, it was like WITT, somebody put that. I could do Life Wit Ricky, it's just for spelling mistakes as somebody's typing in your channel, stuff like that. Now, I still use tags to put in like phrases and things like that that relate to my channel. So, like comedy writing or like family comedy skits or, stuff like that. I'll like load up the tags as much as I can. Anyway, just because I feel like that it could help. I don't know if it helps at all. The main thing about making comedy shorts, guys, is once you get your short into the shorts feed, that's where you want to be. I get 95 to 97% of all my like watchers and viewers from the shorts feed. So that's just people swiping up on their phone. So the most important thing is capture their attention in the first like second or two. If you can capture their attention and they watch for like longer than, let's say, 3 seconds, I'm pretty sure that YouTube counts that as an engaged view. And so they'll reward you by showing it to more people if you can capture more engagement and comments and things like that. Likes help, I believe. I've seen likes help some of my videos, kickstart them again. Comments have kickstarted some videos. So I don't think tags really make much of a difference, as well as description when it comes to shorts, but they give us the option to put those in the boxes. Like, so I put them in. I like to utilize as much as I can of what YouTube's going to give me to help the short succeed. So, but I am experimenting also with not using tags and not using much description at all. So we're gonna see how it goes. I don't know. The YouTube is just trial and error. Like I said earlier, it's nobody knows how to be successful on YouTube. You just gotta try different things, see what works, and stick with it. But if you have a topic on a video that takes off, like, and people like it, I recommend doing another video, whether it's a video or a short on that exact same topic. Just like change some things around or do a different aspect of it, but keep the topic the same, because then YouTube will show your short or video to that same audience. And if they see that it's similar to what they watched last time, chances are they're going to watch that one too. With me, it's a little different because I do like family comedy categories. So I'm kind of going against the norm here, against the grain. All the gurus on YouTube are telling you to do the same topic like over and over and over again, like for your channel, for your niche. But for me, it's like every single topic, every single video I do is a different topic. So I feel like I'm confusing the YouTube algorithm by doing that. But it's the way I want to do my channel. And I mean, people are either going to like the characters and relate to them, or they won't. And that's okay. If Ricky's not for everybody, but I enjoy playing the characters, and I hope you guys enjoy too. I appreciate you guys tuning in, checking out. Let's go into the comments here and see if we got any more comments or questions. If you guys have a question for me, please drop it in the chat. Lex George, what's up? Dixon Myers, is that your name? You're just on a different account? M Lane 2263. If you clean a vacuum cleaner, you become a vacuum cleaner. I don't know what the heck we're talking about right now, but that is a weird comment. I guess you're right. I'll agree with you on that one. Those blue eyes capture me. Oh, I think somebody's falling in love with me on here. M Lane. Okay. Well, I have a girlfriend, M Lane. I'm so sorry, but I'm taken. Let's see. Engaging with chat also helps. Yep, you're right. Yep, engaging with chat, definitely. It's great to get comments on videos. I don't get very many comments on my shorts because a lot of my shorts, I think, are kids watching, and a lot of them probably watch on their TVs and tablets, and the kids just don't really comment. It's more the adults that comment. So I appreciate all of you guys for commenting. Please drop a like if you're enjoying this chat, and please subscribe. That'd be awesome. Let's see here. Are you vegan? Oh, why? Do I look like I'm in shape or something? No, I love meat. I'm sorry if you're a vegan. I don't mean to offend you if that's the case, but yeah. Oh, just give me some chicken wings right now. Okay, we're all caught up in the chat. Like I say, if you guys have a question, drop it down. We're 35 minutes in here. I might go like 40, 45 minutes, something like that. We'll see. I'm just going to keep on going here. And if the chat's still going, then I'll keep going. You should watch Vegan Teacher. Is that like a show on Netflix or something? Or is that, oh, Vegan Teacher is probably a channel on YouTube. Okay, well, let me write that down. Is that your channel? You tell me, is that your channel, Vegan Teacher? I'll check it out. I will. Vegan Teacher. Okay. Shout out to Vegan Teacher, everybody in the chat. Check them out too. Oh, okay, it's not. Okay. It's just a channel that you like, I'm assuming. But she is a really good person. Okay, cool. Nice. That's great. All right. So let's continue here. I'll check in on the chat in a minute, guys. If you have any more questions, just keep on throwing them in. That's great. You guys are helping me out awesome. We got 7 likes. You guys are wicked. Okay. So once you add your tags, in Shorts, it gives you an option to add a related video. So in order to get monetized on YouTube, it's very difficult to do it with Shorts. You need like 10 million Shorts views in 90 days, okay? That's very difficult. It's not impossible, but in order to get monetized with Shorts, that's like the requirements. There is like lower tier level entries that you can get in. That's by posting 3 videos in the last 90 days, and then you have to have either so many watch hours or so many views. I think it's what is it, 3 million views, I believe, for the lower tier monetization. That allows you to get super chats, memberships, things like that. So you can add a related video. So my whole point to this is I have some long form videos, and the long form videos on YouTube are the ones that get the watch time, okay? So even though I have 24,000 watch hours at this point in my first year, and you only need 4,000 watch hours on long form videos to qualify, even though I have 24,000 on Shorts, I do not qualify for monetization. You can't monetize Shorts. Companies don't want to pay for like a 10-second thing. They would rather pay somebody who does a long form video, who can capture engagement for somebody within like a 5 to 30 minute or an hour video. You know, they'd rather pay for those kind of things. So Shorts is, you know, it's a tough gig, but if you're willing to do it for fun, that's all you want to do, just do it. That's what I do. I'm just doing this for fun. I'm not getting paid. This is all just for the fun of it, just to have something online. Okay, let's see here. A lot of people become vegan because of her. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know if I could ever give up meat, to be honest, but I'll check her out and see what she has to say. So when you upload to YouTube, the final step is basically just pressing the upload button, and I upload to private. I don't upload to public because you want to, for me, I like to give it a little bit of time just for YouTube to recognize the video. There's a lot of arguments online, like amongst the gurus, about how long you should leave your video on YouTube once it's uploaded in the private for like the YouTube algorithm to recognize it. And I think as soon as it uploads and processes, it should be good to go. That's my opinion. I don't think you have to wait 24 hours before you post it publicly after uploading to YouTube. But to each their own. Whatever you guys believe, you know. If you're posting, it's your call. I don't think posting shortly after you upload is going to hurt you in any way. In fact, I have uploaded some videos and then posted like 5 minutes later, and I got like 1,000 views in the first hour. So that's, it just goes to show you, I think waiting 24 hours, that might have been the old way of doing it with YouTube. But, and if you have like a video that's like, I don't know, an hour long or something, you have to give it time to process. So I can see maybe waiting a couple hours before you post, but but just so YouTube gets an idea what your video is about, sort of thing. But I wouldn't wait 24 hours. I think that's just a myth. And then, yeah, so I just upload in private and then I schedule it in advance. So then I don't even have to worry about it. I work on the weekends, guys. I'm a custodian. I do this for fun. And if I can set this up where my releases happen while I'm at work, I don't have to think about it. I can just every once in a while check the YouTube Studio app, see how the numbers are doing. I like to check that first hour because that's a good indicator for me of whether or not the short is engaging. And if it gets less than 500 views in the first hour, then there is a chance it might not take off and YouTube might not push it out to other people. And that's okay. YouTube is a weird thing because the numbers on YouTube, they're not always like the same in that regard. Like I've had videos do like 500 to 1,000 views in the first hour. I had one do 10,000 views in the first hour. And I was like, okay, that one was the good one, and it's gonna take off. And then all of a sudden, it just dies, it flatlines, and it never recovers. So YouTube's always sending out. I think when you reach certain tiers with YouTube with the shorts, maybe they send it out to 200 people, and then if those people watch it for a long time, because it's all about watch time, then they'll send that out to maybe 500 more people, and then if those people like it, they'll send it out to like 1,000. So I think it works on like a tier level, and you just got to work your way up. And then once you hit that 30,000 plateau, then I think after that, if you're still engaging with your audience, then YouTube will send that out to like possibly 50 to 100,000. You have a chance at going viral after that. I have had some videos that have done like 30,000, and they flatline right there. And then I've also had videos that go to 50,000, and then all of a sudden they're up to 100,000. I've had videos go from like being stuck at like 65,000, and then like a month later, like they just jump like 500,000. So nobody really understands YouTube. If they say they understand YouTube, they don't actually. And yeah, you just gotta experiment, okay? Just keep experimenting. That's all you can do. Okay, so we talked about uploading to YouTube. Now we're gonna talk a little bit about posting the video. Kind of what I just talked about a little bit, but you want to post when your audience is online. So in the YouTube Studio app, there's a section under the audience, and it'll tell you exactly the times of day throughout the week, the days that are the most popular, and the times during those days that your audience is actively online. So I like to post my stuff on the weekends. That's when my audience seems to be online the most. That makes sense if there's a lot of kids watching the channel. So they're watching on the weekends on their tablets and TVs and phones and stuff like that. So I always like to post like at 10 o'clock. And that's the first hour that the views start to get heavy for that day. So I'll always post at 10 o'clock on Saturdays, 10 o'clock on Sundays, and then 4 o'clock, I like to post after schools on Fridays. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I just like to hit everybody in the face with like 3 skits, get them excited. And I don't know if I'm hurting myself by doing 3 in a row and then going like 4 days without like showing any like skits at all. That's always a question that I've had in the back of my head, because I don't know if I'm giving enough time between my shorts for them to breathe. Like if one does really well on the Friday, normally what you would do is you would not post the next day. You would just let that one ride until it dies, and then you would release another one at that point. So it could go a couple days. I have had some like shorts that I released that did really well on the Friday. I released the Saturday one, and then I think YouTube kind of pushes that one out a little bit more, and puts a halt on the Friday one, because I have noticed that a couple times. But at the same time, I also have noticed on the Sunday, when I release the short that the Friday video starts to take off a little bit. So YouTube's always trying to find your audience, and you just never know which one's gonna be more popular, take off more. Uh, all you can do is just put them out there. It's a game of numbers, right? Like you, um, I think they say that 20% of your videos are gonna bring in the most views. Okay. And I would say that's very accurate for my channel. 20% of my videos that I produce bring in the views, the most views, what people would call viral. I don't even know what's viral for shorts, I'll be honest. I have like 9 videos in the 6 figures, above 100,000. I have 2 videos in the million each. And so I kind of categorize like the million view videos as viral. However, it did take like months for that to get to that point. So is viral videos like if it takes off in the first week, is that considered viral, or is viral like a million over time? Is viral 100,000 or more? It's really hard to say. Like people have different ideas of what a viral video is. And for long form videos, uh, a viral video could be like 10,000 or 50,000, because that is really hard to get views on long form vids. What's up, Jay Murphy 561? I live in your neighborhood. Oh man, do I have a stalker? Oh geez, better watch my back when I'm walking around. How do you know where I live? Or are you from Ontario, Canada too? Let me know. All right, so posting your video, you want to post when your audience is online. And I always like to pin a question in my comments just to get the chat going. So if there's a video about like Ricky, I have one coming up this weekend where he's driving it. He's in the car with mom in the back seat. That's gonna be Sunday's release. So if you have a video in a car, then what I might do in the questions is in the comments is I might be like, have you ever like ridden in the car with your mom or something like something to get the chat going. Okay, Jay Murphy, yes I am. Ontario, Canada, nice, represent. Same here, Ontario, Canada. All right, I meant. Oh, you at the park? Oh, was that you at the park that I had run into that one time? I had a couple fans, like 2 female younger fans that actually recognized me at a park. So if that's you, let me know. I'd be curious. That was one of the best days of my life when I got recognized like that. I couldn't even believe it. Same town that I'm in. We're not going to say the town though. Let's not say the town. Let's keep that private. But just to avoid the stalkers out there. Appreciate it. But yeah, let me know if that was you at the park that recognized my voice and came up and asked me if I was Life with Ricky. That'd be so cool if that's you. Okay, so after I pin a question in the comments section just to drive engagement, what I'd like to do is I won't watch my video once it releases. I don't recommend watching your video right away. I know it's something that you're gonna want to do because you want to make sure it looks right, you know? But really at that point, once it releases, you can't do anything about it anyway if there's a mistake in it. You could delete, but deleting, I don't recommend deleting videos on YouTube. I've deleted videos in the past, and then I find the next video that I release just doesn't hit. It just doesn't do well. And I feel like YouTube has a trust score with you. So if you delete a lot of videos, then YouTube doesn't know if they can trust you or not. They don't know if you're a robot or anything like that. Yeah, Jay Murphy, hi, what's up, peace? Do you remember me? You had your dog. I think so. Yeah. Was that you that came up to me at the park and said, "Are you Life with Ricky?" Let me know. I think that was you. That's the vibe I'm getting here. Anyway, you were with your friend and you recognize my voice. So let me know if that's you. Yeah, nice. Awesome. That's wicked. I'm glad you like the vids. I make them for people like you know. Little girls and boys everywhere around the world, parents. So I'm glad people enjoy them. And you were the one who told me, I think, that you had a friend that watches my videos on the bus. Is that right? Do they still watch? Hello, what's up, Jay? How's it going? Welcome. I'm just going over like posting videos on YouTube, some advice. Hey, I'm doing good. Thursday night. I love it. How are you doing? How's everybody doing on your Thursday night? Right on. Yeah, Jay Murphy. Okay, so your friend is still watching on the bus. I should have signed something and gave it to your friend that day. I thought about that afterwards. I'm like, I should have like signed a little piece of paper and said like, thanks for watching. So please tell your friend on the bus that send them the link to this live stream and just tell them to check it out and shout out to them. They rule. Keep on watching. Spread the word. Right on. Thanks so much. Okay, let's get back into this here. Keep on dropping comments, guys, if you want. Questions, whatever works. I'm going to be online here. I'm 50 minutes in, so I might go another 10 minutes. We'll see. If I run out of things to talk about here in a few minutes, I might just end it. But we're going pretty strong at 50 minutes, so I almost want to go an hour here. Hey, what's up, Gene? How's it going? Hi, welcome. Okay, posting videos on YouTube. So this is once they're uploaded, okay? So I recommend don't watch your own videos. And here's the kicker. Don't send your video out to your friends and family. This was a mistake that I did right off the bat, and I feel like it slowed my growth right from the beginning. So if you make comedy shorts or anything like videos on YouTube, do not send that link or do not tell your friends or family about it. Because what the reason for this is that YouTube is trying to find your perfect audience, okay? So if you're sending it out to all your friends and family who normally don't watch these kinds of videos that you're making, then it confuses the YouTube algorithm. And so it's almost easier for 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 the YouTube algorithm just to find your audience on its own, okay? Uh, because if you send it out to friends and family and all of a sudden a bunch of them start watching your short or your video, then YouTube's gonna send out your videos to people like that, okay? That have the same watch patterns as like your friends and family, which would be the wrong audience for your short or whatever it is. So you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot right off the hop when you do that. So I just recommend don't tell anybody about your channel. It's cool you got a channel and you're excited about it. You could tell a couple friends if you want, but just don't like send out a mass thing on like Facebook or Instagram to like, 100 people and tell them to check it out, because it's going to stunt your growth right off the hop, and you're not giving yourself a really good chance at success, like right from the beginning. So it's going to take a lot of consistency with posting in order to build up your actual audience after that. So yeah, absolutely. I'm doing live streams like this every Thursday. I'm not going to be doing next Thursday. I'm going to be busy, but I'm going to try to be on here every single Thursday at 8. Okay, Jay Murphy? So tell your friends if they want to hop on and watch or say hi. It's usually every Thursday at 8 o'clock. Right on. Yep, I go on here every Thursday, and 3 videos a week. I usually release Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then I just started adding this live stream on Thursday nights, just to meet fans and just say hi. And if anybody has any questions, I can answer for them. That's the main reason for doing this, just to chat with the fans. So glad you guys are joining me. Hey, welcome everybody. Mitsuri, hi. 444, what's up? Okay, I like to talk about like the process of making videos on YouTube and stuff like that. So if anybody has any questions about shorts, please feel free to ask. You might not make comedy shorts, you might make something else. I don't even know if you have a channel or not, but let me know if you have a channel down below and what it's called, and I'll check it out if you make videos. Okay, so just to finish up the posting stuff here, don't delete videos. That'll affect your performance and the trust score with YouTube. I made that mistake a bunch of times. I was deleting videos, and I should have just put them to private or unlisted, because you can do that as well. So now that's what I do moving forward, is just I make them private, and then uh, there's no chance that it'll hurt my YouTube trust score in a way. Um, and have a thick skin, because people are going to comment on your videos and not everybody's going to like you. It's just the way it is. That's the internet. People like to hide behind their keyboards and act tough and say mean things. And so when you have a YouTube channel, you really have to be, you have to have a thick skin. You have to be tough. You just take those comments and just be like, "Pfft, whatever." Like, what I like to do is I like to kill them with kindness. So if somebody says like your channel sucks or something, then I'll just be like, "Hey, well, thanks for watching anyway, and I make these videos for my daughter," and that usually makes them feel pretty bad. And then I even had one guy message back and be like, "Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to be rude. I'm just having a bad day." So I was like, "Okay, well," and then we kind of had a nice chat and we were friendly after that. But it just goes to show you, not everybody's having great days on YouTube, and some people just want to chat and be mean just because they can. And so you have to have thick skin if you have a channel. Hey, what's up, Easton Brewer? Welcome. I'm only going to be on here for like another 4 minutes, but I go live every Thursday at 8. Next week, I'm not going to be online. I'm going to be busy, but I'm going to try to consistently stick to every single Thursday. Can you make a skit about me? Jay Murphy. Let's see. Do you have a family topic for me? I could write a skit for you. If you can give me a family topic, then I'll try to maybe like a 1 to 3 words. Like, actually going to the park. Going to the park is, I could make a skit about that. Does that sound good? Yeah, Ricky wants to go to the park or something. Since we met at the park. Okay, I'm just gonna finish this up real. Yes, okay, all right. I'm gonna write that down. It's not gonna be this weekend release. I already filmed the videos for this weekend, Jay Murphy, but I'll make sure I write one for the next weekend. Okay, so you can look forward to that. Ricky goes to the park. I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna see if I can find a green screen for that. Otherwise, I might just have to make Ricky ask his parents if he can go here at home. But we'll see. I'll see what I can come up with for that. And then my last piece of advice, if you're gonna be making YouTube videos and you have that YouTube Studio app in order to check the numbers and the analytics and see how your video's doing every single day, is don't be a slave to that app. Because when I first started, I was checking that thing like 30 times a day. And I swear I was checking that thing 30 times a day for like 2 months straight. Like, it was starting to like drive me crazy because I was addicted to like seeing the numbers go up and seeing how the shorts would do. The thing that was the most addicting about it was sometimes the shorts would start off very short, like very low views, like maybe 300 views or something like that in the first couple days. And then out of nowhere, I don't know why this happens, they just skyrocket, like out of the blue. And so I'll check back on that 200 view video and it'll be at like 15,000. And I'm like, what in the world? So that's the addicting part about doing shorts, is sometimes they can just take off. So I like to always check in like a bunch of times every day just to see. It's exciting, right? It's exciting when that happens for your channel. Okay, all right, peace. Jay Murphy, thanks for stopping by, and keep an eye out for that short. Okay, it'll be not this weekend, but the following weekend. Okay. All right, have a great night, and yeah, guys, I'm pretty much gonna wrap it up here. We've gone an hour, so. If you enjoyed the video, please drop me a like and share the link with some friends. Subscribe. I make 3 skits every single weekend. Fridays at 4, Saturdays and Sundays at 10. That's the path I'm going on right now. If my audience changes, like YouTube tells me that a different time. See you later, Easton. a different time works better during the week. I may eventually change it up and release at different days, but right now it seems like the weekends are working the best for me. So I just want to thank my fans. I'm very grateful for all of you. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me that you guys are enjoying the skits. Please tell your friends, comment, like the skits. That all helps me grow a bigger audience, and that's what I'm trying to do. So let's show my daughter that her dad, can be successful on here. Let's do it together. I appreciate all you guys. Like I said, I'm not going to be online next Thursday at 8, but the following Thursday at 8, I'll go live again. So bring your questions, and I'll see you then. Thanks so much for watching. Bye bye.